Unlock your potential with a comprehensive suite of investing tools and expert education with GammaEdge. Start your free 14-day trial today.
Hey guys, Taylor with GammaEdge here. We're coming at you with a quick liquidity stock review for November 20th, 2023. Remember, just today is a shortened week with Thanksgiving holiday on Thursday. So quickly, let's just refresh our markets structure heat map here. You know, all the indices are green, meaning in the money, out of the money call dominated, so that's good to see. Looking at ETFs, sector ETFs more are green than not, constructive. Going through our liquidity stocks here, Apple green, AMD green, Amazon green, Google green. Just hit on the Magnificent Seven here real quick. Let's see, Meta green, Microsoft green, Netflix green, Nvidia green, Tesla green. Yeah, so everything does look pretty constructive here, just from that point of view. So now let's look at, start with Apple. Apple 200 plus KEX. This is a shift up from last week. So that is, I don't know the exact numbers last week. That's a constructive look at in the money, out of the money. Call dominated, full complex, good to see. Looking at this week's expiration, 190 plus GEX. Looking at next week, 190 plus GEX. Really not a shift in structure. Going into next week, overall though, things look pretty good here. Looking at the GEX ratio, last 250 days, so it's roughly one trading year, right in the middle of the range, so really not too extended one way or another, constructive to see. Looking at Tesla here now, looking at GEX ratio again, right in the middle of the range, nothing too concerning to see there. Structure in the money, out of the money call dominated. You'll note transition range is quite wide here, so something to be cognizant of. Plus GEX is upside target at 250, downside target 210. That's negative GEX. Oh, sorry, that's yeah, that looks fine. Looking at this week's expiration specifically. Tight transition zone, 250 plus GEX. We have COI overhead at 255. So yeah, structure looks pretty constructive this week. In the money, out of the money call dominated. Looking towards next week. Again, not a big change. 250 still upside target. Let's bring them all together. Yeah, that looks pretty constructive these next 2 weeks. Here we have Microsoft in the money, out of the money call dominated. This thing's been, you can see just price making all-time highs. Looks good. GEX ratio has certainly cooled off a little bit. Still the upper third of its range, but not near as high as it was, which was at 4 earlier last week. 380 plus GEX upside target. Have some liquidity building up even at 400 all the way up there. Let's look at this week. Yep, 380 again. Kind of top of the zone there. Then looking 2 weeks away. Plus GEX did shift to 365, although we're 2 weeks away, so a lot can happen. Then the constructive thing is here is out of money, and the money call dominated. We do have some structure building out overhead, so something to be cognizant of here if you like Microsoft. Looking at Nvidia real quick. Nvidia, yeah, right in the middle of the range. Constructive look on the GEX ratio itself. Here, structure in the money, out of the money call dominated, so that's constructive. But 500, which we are bumping up against, that's where plus GEX and COI is. So not ideally, we want to see these start to shift higher, lead price higher. See a bit of extended from transition zone. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Let's look at this week. This week, 500 plus GEX, COI. Looking at next week, same thing, but we do see some structure building out overhead, so that maybe a couple weeks could see something happen. Last but not least, Amazon, upper third of its range, which is the GEX ratio. It's had a nice move, 145. Where we are right now, top P trans constructive to see 150 is plus GEX. COI is all the way down here at 135. Ideally, we want to see the shift higher. Looking at this week's expiration, yeah, you see a shift higher in COI there. 150, 145 is plus GEX on this time frame. Moving, you can see structure building out to 150, which is what we see on the full time frame. So yeah, so with that, yeah, liquidity stocks look pretty constructive overall. Structure looks constructive overall. We just want to see tick continue to progress higher. And with that, best of luck out there today. Bye.